Hi guys, so recently I picked up these Snippables in the Spring Delights collection. I think I got these on Hunkydory, but they are available like on Craft Stash, sometimes Ecstasy Crafts, just depends wherever you might find Hunkydory items. So if I can find them in those sites, those will be linked in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And if not, like I said, I had picked these up originally on Hunkydory's site. So that's hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. I think it's the whole name like that. Is it on here maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. All right. And again, I've had some issues with their fulfilling things in a timely manner, even though originally when I first started shopping with them, they were like same day goes out. So obviously they're getting busier. Something's happening right now. So just keep that in mind. And they do ship worldwide. It just depends on how much you order, if you get the free shipping or not. And the shipping is a little bit high if you don't hit the like 145 US mark. But anyway, just to give you all that different info there. I want to try these out because I haven't used them yet and I'm curious. And I think we'll start with something. This is the one I really love. I want to use the little girl one. This is super cute. But they're all, this is so pretty with the floral spray, the little boots with the flowers, and the little bunnies kind of taking a little bath in a teacup or something. We have the little wheelbarrow, which might be easy to work with, and then the basket. So very basic. This one might be one of the ones that are a little more time consuming. We'll see. And basically in my mind, I'm just going to do something simple like this, but what we're going to do is cut this die and use it on these papers. So that's fine. And I do love that they have different colorways. Like, I don't know if you noticed, those flowers were different from these flowers, right? So that's really nice. So you can buy these paper pads usually separately or however. Ooh, a little pink dress, little blue dress. Oh my gosh, how cute. So that's the only thing. They do only have two here. Of course, they give you tons of the images because every time you use the die, you're going to cut away different areas. So you do need tons of images. Or you have the stamps, which are photopolymer stamps, and so you can see I have the whole collection. If you guys saw my haul video where I got the Santa Christmas collection, I did go ahead and pick up the stamps because when they gave me credit back for not having included the lantern die in the other on Hunkydory's site, they did a store credit, which I didn't realize because I got off the phone with them, and then I was like, why do I have a store credit? And it was from that, so I had to use it. So I went ahead and picked up the stamps that go along with all those things, and still I'm looking for the lantern die. We will see. Hopefully someday it'll show up somewhere. I don't know. But you have the stamp. You can stamp it, cut it, all those different things. And the stamps do come with extra cute items. And then we have these little guys that'll cut some of these extra bits that are here. And even the words, if you want to cut them from this pattern paper, you can do that. So lots of fun ways to use it. It is going to take some time. And we're going to try them out. Why not? So let's get to it. So when you open this up, it does have some info here, like if you want certain parts of basically how you should layer it. Now, do you want all these layers, 7 layers? That's up to you. I usually do like 3, maybe 4, or maybe on that last layer I'll have a couple different things, like this one, layer 6 has a couple different things, and then layer 7 is just the flower. But do I want to go through and cut all these things and end up, I don't know. The other thing is you can, if you really put some thought into it, like this last flower, you can take that from like the base one or even the second layer, because on the second layer you just get it from somewhere else and then add it on the top, right? So you don't have to waste some of the stuff. And maybe I'll do that, because if I can cut away some of these guys and you don't notice, I don't know. I feel like if you cut this away though, you might notice that. Maybe this guy. I don't know. But if you really look at them, there's certain ways you can cut them that's not that big a deal. So for me, to only cut away this part of the skirt on the second layer is not worth it to me, right? You have your base, and then you're going to cut another one and only take that part. To me, I think I'm probably going to go with this. I'm going to cut away this, make it really pronounced, do her little legs, that's fine. And then the next one, it might be just like some of the flowers, and then another little flower or something. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe the next one's just going to be some flowers in the arm. Again, I don't do a lot of layering. So I guess we'll just get started. I'm just gonna grab like a card base and all that. This is my question here. How well does this cut the pieces? Now, if you're looking right at the ends, it layers right on there really well. So I have a feeling it's not gonna be a problem. You don't need an aperture. If you're just really just looking down there, I think you're gonna be good. So I am going to quickly fussy cut a few of these out, because obviously we got to get it through a machine. So let's say I will use 3 of them, maybe 4. Let me see, how many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and the other one's 16. So if you use 3 at a time, you can do 3, 9, 12, 15. You would need 18. You know, maybe it's worth doing 4 of them anyway, or whatever. It doesn't matter. To start off right now, we're just going to cut some of these guys out. And again, you can get real close to them because you saw the way the die sits. So let's say those. Let's say a little butterfly too. Well, I'll just bring that one over here. So I'm just going to take a moment to cut these out. And of course, when you have a stamp, you can color everything whatever color you like, you know, your little flowers, your little people, everything can be customized. But you have to take the time to color all those layers. So that's something else to keep in mind. For right now, let's put that to the side. So really quickly, just to get started, I'm just going to take this. Again, looking right down there, I'll do the same thing for all 3. Okay, so for all 3, I'm going to cut them down. And run them through. And I'll probably just run these through the marquee. Let's see how tight that is. Because, again, these are Hunkydory dies. I don't have a ton of them, but I know they're very nice. We'll just see how they perform in this guy. I know a lot of times like the Anna Griffin dies are really tight. They'll go through, but they are tight. Okay. No pressure, no, like, it was fine. That went through like butter. And hopefully you can see what this is doing. So it cuts all these little areas for you. So what happens is it makes it easy for you to do your decoupage layers. Really cute though. I mean, look at the little, oh my gosh, like the embossing, the die cut, like this is, wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'll put this to the side though for the butterfly later. And then again, I'll just cut these guys away, and then we'll just start our little decoupage, and maybe I'll go a little crazy. I don't think so though. I always like to keep it simple, and also just so you guys can see that it still looks cute. I know if this is Hunkydory, like one of theirs, they would do 7 layers or whatever, 8 layers. But for me, I don't think we need all that. And again, that looks pretty good. So I'll run that through, and I'll run the other one through, and I'll grab my last one. Of course, we'll get the butterfly and then some words or whatever else we might get from that. But for right now, we have these 3 layers. We'll see how we're going to play with that. I am just blown. Those are so cute. I mean, that's the only thing I keep thinking about the stamp. I'm like, oh man, I have to color all those layers myself. I don't know. But I think if you did it really fun, because if you even look at this, it doesn't have a lot of coloring. And if you, let's say you did the dress with like, if you stamped it and then cut it like from some pattern paper, like we used to do back in the day with like paper piecing, super cute. And you still have to color the other items, but I would color as much as you're going to see. Like if we're stacking all these different things, I would probably color the edges and maybe not the center, right? Just to save some time, because you're not going to see it anyway. I think we can fit her on an A2 size card. Let me see here. Yeah, perfect. So what I'm going to do is grab some background paper and like a topper matte kind of layer, and then we'll start putting her together. Okay, guys. Now that I think of it, I could, I grabbed this paper. It just is like insert papers, to be honest, and a lot of times these are very muted or very light in color. And I thought this would be cute. And I just saw this one and I thought, oh, that's pretty for the background. But again, these papers are double-sided. Just happened to be some papers I had picked up from Hunkydory a while back. Like if that was in the background, and then if we used, you know, I was going to use gold, but I thought, well, maybe not. So I grabbed this pearlescent white paper. And then these guys, these nesting dies, are, well, they're kind of nesting, but not really. To me, nesting means like one right after the other, and these are kind of have a lot of space, but I would say, I guess these are concentric more than anything. I'm going to use this one, I think. Let's see. Yeah. But I'm going to cut this from this white paper. And you know, I have the same dies, but in rectangle shape, which I guess would be cute, but I was just going to cut it down. So I'm just going to cut it. If this is A2 size, which again is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, I'm going to put a topper on this matte layer that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I'm going to cut this guy, okay? And I'll be right back. Just get this out. Again, I hope you see in the marquee, you see this folder, I mean, it is doing its thing, and I'm using it, I'm cutting, and next time I'll turn it this way and cut that way on both sides. You can cut all four sides of this thing, flip it in and out, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and then, you know, the other day I had done a tutorial video. I guess it depends on when you're seeing this, but for sure that one's already out there. Look how pretty and perfect. Look at that. I mean, everything came out. Obviously, it's in here. We're going to clean that out, but showing you guys the these guys, the embossing folders. Somebody asked me if they were still flat, and I was like, "What?" It didn't occur to me that, I guess because she's thinking sometimes the way those curl, you know, or kind of change if the embossing folders do that. But no, they go back to flat. I was like, "Oh, I thought they were in the camera still." Or even when I showed you guys, like after it comes out, I show you guys, you can see that it's flat. I that's not even anything that occurred to me, so I'm sorry, like, to show, because it's like, yeah, no, they're flat. Like, they came out flat, it's fine. Oh, sorry guys, that was a loud noise. But I can see why you might ask that. So yeah, I was like, kind of threw me off the question. I was like, huh? I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, so let me see here. I mean, this card has like a little lip. This is a pre-made card, and there's like a little something there, so I'm just going to turn that over and get this glue. Oh, another question I had recently, and maybe I already addressed this in another video. Somebody's like, oh, I've noticed you've been using other glues recently than Nouveau Deluxe. Is it not your favorite anymore, or that kind of thing? I'm like, no, I bought 6 bottles and I can't find them, and I will refuse to buy more until I find them. So that's why I've been using just anything. Okay, sorry, my son came down, so I had to take a little pause. So then we have that. Again, you know, do you want to pop this up and then also pop this up? Oh my gosh, she looks cute popped away a little bit. So I'll keep this flat, to be honest. And generally, I start with the bottom layer being flat, but I think I'm going to have to pop it up. So that's already going to be one layer that's a little bit high. And I'm just eyeballing that. That looks good. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and just start sticking her down and then stick the pieces on as I feel like. So let's grab some of these guys. Again, this is my favorite little kit, Anna Griffin. I get it on HSN. And there's some large, small, and even smaller little guys. And they are kind of, they're not super high, but they're still a little bit high, you guys. So if you're using this set, just know that. Looks like I tried to do a double one there. Let me get something to help me poke these with. And okay. So for the first one, honestly, I'm just going to grab a bunch of things. Just get in there as well as you can in the different areas to help support the next layers that you might add. You know? So I do put quite a bit. Or I will put quite a bit. This is something that's relatively new to me because I'm just not that big into decoupage until now. Let's see here. That fit good. Do another one over here. Ah, that looks good. And you can look at it from the front just to see if something might peek out. And if it does, I just take a little snippy snip. And I'll just cut like the little edge off. Whatever is it's poking out, just snip it away. Alright, so we're done with that. And then her little feet need something. So I'll take a moment to get like these smaller ones and place them in the smaller areas. That's usually why the first one I keep it flat, because it's just easier to keep it flat, but I don't know, this one seemed to need to be up a little bit. Oh my goodness, my son. I don't know what he just slammed, but I could hear it. Okay, let me take all the carriers off of this and I'll be right back. Some people use a pokey tool and just pick at it and rip them off, so if that's easier for you guys, it is kind of messing with my little image though, so I'd rather just pick it off like this. Okay, I'll be right back. I haven't really designed this card yet, so I don't know, but like we have that little butterfly we can put somewhere. I don't know if the sentiment's even gonna fit, so let's just, I'm just gonna put her in here kind of cute. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay, so if you look at your cutting guide, let's bring this back. It will tell you, let me put this back on so the stickiness is not a problem for me. Again, layer 1 was just to literally trim away the smallest little bit from her little dress right here. And to me, that's not enough. So we need to do aggressive layering here. For sure, her little shoes, or like socks and shoes. So I'll do the socks and shoes again, it has like cuts that are pretty good there. So all you have to do is kind of nick into them. Just go and right in there. Meet up with the little cut that's already there, see? And you can even use the very tip of your scissors, I suppose. Still scary. I want to make it nice, so we have little legs. Oh my goodness. So we have a little sock layer. And then, you know, you can do her shoes too again or whatever. And then from there, I think I'm going to skip all this and then just go into the... But see, I didn't double up her legs here. Maybe I don't want to double up her arms either, right? Okay, so this is where I'm veering off on my own. But what we can do is just snip here. It already comes apart pretty well. And then take the piece of the flower, the leaf there. It's already nicked there. I'm just following along, and like I said, the cuts are pretty much already there for you. So this one goes all the way down to here. And what I think is I'll do is that. Okay, so that's going to be popped up. But since we popped that up, let's pop up the bottom of the flower too. But again, we can use this later, right? Since we have all these pieces. What should we do at the bottom of the flower? Maybe not. Maybe we leave all those pieces. If this is popped up, and this is popped up, and this is popped up, and then some of the flowers can be popped up. So again, if you wanted to, you can remove some of these flowers real easily and use them up here because no one's going to see that they're missing here. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's another way of just extending your little pieces, I would say. Let's go with... Oh, it's so tough. That's pretty. Because now what I want to do is like dig in here, and if I could get rid of that and bring it up, that would be awesome. Let me see. I already stuck her down though, so that was an issue, right? Let me see where I glued this. I might be able to pop that up out of there. Okay, now I'm just being silly, but like let's say boom, if I cut that out. I would have done it before sticking it down, obviously. Right now I'm just see if I can get this little flower. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take a minute. I don't know if you guys have to sit here and watch me because this is not going to be pretty. But I'm going to go in here and just snip away whatever I need to snip away to get this little flower loose. Like right here. And see again, it's already cut a lot of the way for you. So all you have to do is just snip, snip. Just the smallest little snippies. Snip there. And then this way we're maximizing our little... Yeah, that's the one that's stuck down right there. Well, I guess it didn't take too long, so I'm almost done. Right there. Alright. So we have this little piece. And that's how they have it snipped. I would probably snip into it more of the purple, but that's how they have it. Okay, so let's put some layers on the back of this. And again, you can start pretty big. This is a big guy. I guess I could have done the whole arm. Again, it's whatever you want, you guys, you know. Okay, that's good. Oh, here we go, like this. Before I really push it down, trying to make sure I have it lined up pretty well. Okay. And I mean, look how high that is already. And that's why I don't do too much. Okay, where are her legs? I know I lost them earlier. Let me get some smaller bits behind her little legs, and we'll add those. And then we'll finish off with a couple other flowers, okay? But let me put some dimensionals on this. Taking the back off that, I guess I can get a little bit closer. Sorry guys, maybe I should have done that earlier. And we're gonna put down her little, oh, not like that. Okay, am I on the wrong side? Yep. I was like, that's not matching up very well. Okay. So again, just a little high. I mean, you know how that goes. Okay. And then this guy. I will say, I think these might be different thicknesses. Look how thick that is compared to this little guy. That is kind of weird to be in the same set and have different thicknesses. But whatever, here we go. So it kind of goes in. I don't know if you see that. I never noticed that before about these things. Okay. So we have that, we have this, we have this. So let's do this. And for this one, I'm gonna cut everything away other than the little flowers. So I'm just gonna go like snip here, snip there. Actually, well, yeah. I just pulled that one. Snip there. Maybe a little snippy snip here. You can just contour, follow the contour too. You don't have to go snip, snip. Now that means I'm going to do the whole thing. And maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to do like these 3, now that I think about it. Instead of all of them again. Okay, so I'm going to be more aggressive even than that. So let's just not do every little snip. But again, you have your guide there, and if you follow it, it'll tell you exactly what to snip. So when I snip that, look, that's a pretty good amount of snipping. It goes all the way to here. I can just pull that one. And it goes up to here. It's going to go from here to this one. Okay, so I'm just going to follow, again, all the little snippy snips. And some of them are small enough that you can just pull, but, you know, if you want to look nice and clean, obviously you want to cut it. There. Oh, nope, did not want to take that one apart. See what happened when I pulled it because I was being lazy? It went too far in. Okay, so this one and this one. And whenever I do this, I don't know, these scissors are super old. I don't even know if they're still available, but I have cutter bee scissors, and these guys, they just need to be little tiny scissors. Cutter bee are really good because they're nice and sharp. Go to here. I was going to come back when I was done, but guys, that didn't take too long, did it? And then we still have another little body that we can use again, maybe on the next one. There we go. And then here and here. Okay, so I'm going to get some dimensionals on the back of this, and I'll be right back. Dimensionals off that. I'm still debating if I should bring in that little part. I feel like it needs a little something else, or even her dress. Whatever it is that you want to do, you know, just do that. Okay, and that's 3 layers. And including that I popped up the base layer, so that does a little something different for you. And then again, I have this little flower if I want to bring that guy in the very center and pop him up. So I guess I'll do that real quick. Let me see. Oh no, that's too big. Let me pop that on there, and maybe I should go with the little guys, that way it's a smaller dimension on that last layer. But and then again, if you want to trim away some more of the pink, because it is kind of odd, but that's how they did it, so that's what I'm using. It goes right here. That looks really nice. Look, but look how tall it is now. Okay, let me debate if I want to use this little piece here. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll just leave it. That way the flowers are like what's really popping up. I'll be right back. So remember earlier I had brought out the little butterfly guy, so it looks like that one is cut from this. And then if you want to use the paper to cut your wording, again, you can just place that on there, and they do a good job of keeping it so that it's basically going to hit wherever you cut it. So let's do that guy. We'll run that through. And then the wording, should we bring out some of the pink? The blue? The blue is just like her dress, which is really cute, but at the same time, do I want it all the same? Maybe let's bring out the pink. And then we have for someone very special. That's really sweet. And again, you have this, you can cut this from anything and it looks great. You know, you'll have that for other things. So I'll just trim around that area and just like this, run it through, and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, this is looking so pretty. And then of course we have 2 different butterflies. You can cut the other one out too. And that one also has little bits, I guess, if you wanted to decoupage it, I don't know. But for me, you know, I just like to give it a little bend. And we'll pop that in somewhere. We'll see where. And then our wording, let's see what that looks like. And we can also drop shadow this. Let's say you want to cut it out of some gold or the white paper background, whatever it is. As you can see, you can cut it from anything, and it's very legible there. Oh my gosh, how cute. Now, I put her way up here, so I'm like, I don't know that I want to pop this. I'm trying to think, do I want to drop shadow it so it's sturdier, but then it's going to be impossible to stick down over there. No, that's weird. Let me see if there's something I can put this on just as like a banner. I'll be right back. I went and cut this before I even knew if it actually will fit. So I always keep certain dies next to me, and this is one of them. It came from a long time ago diamond press set. I don't even know. I have this little banner that does like little stitching. And then these two guys, these tags, I always keep them with me nearby because these, for some reason, seem to fit everything, especially even this one. So let me put those right here. And let's see. Hopefully it fits. If not, then we'll do something else, I guess. Oh my gosh. It's almost right to the edge. And I am okay with that. So what I'm going to do is stick this on here. I still feel like it's a little bit big though. Well, again, you know, I'm just trying to use what this came with. We don't have to do that. Actually, the stamp itself... Hold on, where's the stamp set? Let me find the stamp set. Or any of these, really. Or even some of the sentiments from the Happy Retirement Sent with Love. May good things grow all year long. Obviously, that's a different one. You're the best. I mean, we can do something like this. Feel better soon. Get well soon. Hugs and kisses. Many thanks. Oh, look, it even has its own little guy, but obviously we'd have to fussy cut that. Oh, this is interesting, you guys. Let me think about this again. Maybe I'll just keep this for another time, or maybe I'll still use that, actually. And again, we don't always have to put something on the outside. I'm thinking... Let's get this. And, oh, I don't want to use stays on, but I feel like I need to use stays on. I feel like this might be problematic, but I guess I could turn it over, use the other side if it's not working. It's because my stays on's kind of old and dry. So I feel like it's... So let's put that on there. It might not stick as nice as it should. Hey, that's not too bad. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. I'm gonna clean this off. I'll be right back. So I'm totally going off. You know, obviously I use that label, but it's a little bit big for this, so oh my goodness. Hopefully I should take this to like a trimmer if I want it actually straight, but I'm just eyeballing this. And I'm not going to use the whole thing, so I don't really care what happens at the end here. And then this one coming in from the other direction, which is always real smart. It might not be as straight as I would like. That's not too bad. And then I was going to tuck it in, but I'm not going to use this whole thing. I just want to see where I could tuck it if I did that. And let's say, I don't know. I gotta take this to a paper trimmer so it'd be straight, but that's good enough. This looks like a little bit crooked. Oh, we could have tucked it in there like a little flower bouquet, like it has the little message, right? That might be cute. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So let's put some glue and some dimensionals on the back of that. Or you know what? Let's just put some glue and just let it do its thing like that. That is too funny. I could have cut that a little shorter. And then where's my butterfly? Oh dear butterfly, where are you? Let me find my butterfly and then we will glue him down. Did he? Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, did he just happen to be over here? Oh my goodness. You know what? I kind of want him more visible, so maybe down here, huh? And that is it, guys. Again, you can add some pearls and different things, but I think this is the star of the show, right? So I don't spend too much time trying to not pay attention to that. So there it is. Little socks are a little funny, but that's all right. All right, guys, just because they're popped up and it's like, okay, those are her legs. Thanks for watching. I hope that gave you some idea of like how I would tone it down, right? It would be really high if you just kept going with all the different layers. And then, of course, you have all your little papers you can still make more cards with instead of basically using the whole sheet on one card. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have links as appropriate in the description box. I'll have some images coming up, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.